Well, hey folks, Species7 here. Welcome back to the channel, and, well, I'd say welcome back to Farm Sim 17, but this isn't actually an episode of Farm Sim 17. This is just a chance to chat, and, where I'm not going to get, attacked by zombies or aliens, and still have rather beautiful scenery to look at. We've come a long way, eh? That was all treed over, there were no fields. It's looking pretty good. Anyway, the channel vlog. Now, I'm sure most of you have noticed that I've been whinging quite a bit. I like that term better than whining. Whinging quite a bit about the state of, the state of viewership, etc. on my channel. It's poor. Okay, it's really poor. It's ASS poor. So I do a lot of thinking about that, mainly because, as sad as it is to admit at my point in life, I don't have a whole lot of outside social skills. The fact that I am kind of confined to the house due to the fact I can't walk more than a half a block. But I do have a car, and I do have an electric scooter now, although we have record snowfalls here in Powell River, so I'm not using it. Piss me off, let me tell you. The main reason being because I lived here before. I left for many, many years. Most of the people that I considered my friends no longer live here, or, have been involved in other circles and other cliques, and not really. Anyway, long story short, I do YouTube because I actually look forward to doing YouTube. I look forward to logging in the morning and going to my channel and going, oh, right on, I'll answer City Farmer's question here, or, oh, look, there's someone giving me some advice, or, oh, it's been a while since I've heard from Adam, and I don't know any of you people. I mean, not really. Some of us have exchanged emails or comments, or, but I mean, it's not like we've gone down to the local, Tim Hortons. I'm going to say that just because I'm Canadian, although I gotta tell you guys, I hate Timmy's because their coffee sucks. I know. Yeah, it's a very non-nationalistic thing for me to say, but, well, can you say? The guy was just a hockey player. I mean, it's not like he was king of the world. Come on. Moving right along. I've been doing YouTube videos since 2015. That's 6 years. And since 2015... I've been doing farm sim videos since about 2016-ish. Farm sim videos every single day. Other than, I've come on occasionally and went, oh, hey, I'm taking 3 or 4 or 5 days off here to, rebuild my living room, build a new computer, whatever it may be that had to take precedence over the channel at that point. So, yeah, but you know that most of you that follow the channel know that I have a real hard time walking these days because I have an arterial disease that doesn't allow me extremities to get much in the way of blood, which apparently is not a good thing. And it's to the point where it wakes me up most nights because I'm basically in pain from parts of my legs or whatever that are dying off. But that aside, YouTube's always been something that, like I said, I get up, and the first thing I do when I get up in the morning, after I feed my cats, of course, because I do value my meaty bits, and is I turn on my computer and I check my emails, and usually there'll be 1 or 2 from YouTube that say, hey, so-and-so has commented, and I look forward to answering those comments. Even though, to be honest, over the years, some people who I don't know, have never met, and never will meet, have been pretty darn right mean to me. You know, but I think every YouTuber puts up with that. You know, there's always some internet hero who feels that they need to put you in your place, even though they've, you know, in fact spent 2.5 minutes of their life on your channel. Decided they weren't super duper impressed with what they saw, so you've got to be the biggest, you know, butt clown of the universe. And yeah, but that's okay. I still, it's something there, it's an interaction. And that person who just felt like they wasted 2 minutes of their life on my channel, they bothered to interact. You know, and that's all I've really asked of any of the viewers is, you know, like all YouTubers. I don't do it at the beginning of my videos, because in all honesty, I think it's pretty arrogant to ask somebody to please hit the like button on your video, even though you don't know yet whether you're going to like my video or my channel or anything to do with me. So I usually ask at the end when everybody's already left, but all I ask is, you know, leave a comment if there's something you want to say. And beyond that, well, if you like the video, you could hit the like button. And if you didn't like the video, well, you could hit the dislike button. You know, both of those are simpler than what I just did there. God, wish I had the balls for that in real life. Anyway, not a big fan of heights. I don't get vertigo or anything, but yeah, I would not stand here. I would stand here. I'm one of those. But, so yeah, even the nasty bits that we all get as YouTubers, I looked forward to. Because it was social interaction. And as a human being, we do, you know, we do need a little of that. And in the winters, it's worse. Because I don't spend as much time outdoors. I don't run into as many people. And this is still one of those friendly little Canadian towns where, whether someone knows you or not, they won't pass you in the street without saying hello. They may not want any more conversation from you than that, but they'll all still say hello. So, winters do become a rather non-social time, and I enjoy the time I spend on YouTube. And I enjoy making the content to a point. Sometimes I don't. More often than not, that's because a developer has sent me a key for something that's either so horribly unfinished that it's a struggle to get through, but you do have an obligation. If you accept a key from a developer, in return, you need to at least make one video that shows the game so that people, you've done what the developer has asked of you, and that's, you know, here's a key to show my game. Okay. You know, or it's been, I just simply haven't felt like video gaming. But I've always gone my channel on the premise that, hey, I will upload, I've never been here, I will upload videos every single day. And for the most part I do. So what's the meat and the potatoes of this vlog? I should probably get on with it because, well, this is actually the second time I've done it. Our power went out about this far in the first time, so that wasn't very cool. Wow, what the size of this BGA, man. Oh, is that a sale point for lumber? Oh, what do you know? Huh. I'm sure we would have got here eventually. And that brings me to the meat of this video. Would have. Yeah. I started as a Minecraft channel. I like Minecraft. I really do. I enjoy playing it. I enjoy making videos of Minecraft. I enjoy sharing those videos. However, I'm also aware that most of Minecraft's audience these days, as opposed to back in 2015 when I started, wow, it's that close to where we've been a million times, are children. And I don't have any desire to make content for children. Because, well, you know, I'm 60 years old. my interaction with children should be patting the grandkids on the head. Since I don't have any, I don't really have any reason to interact with children. They're wonderful. Eventually they'll take over the world, but yeah. So anyway, I started as a Minecraft channel, and the problem with that was, not only was it sort of at the peak of Minecraft, it was at the peak of Minecraft YouTube channels. And people had kind of settled into watching this person or that person, and there was a lot of really popular Minecrafters. It was, in other words, the hardest YouTube market to break into. So yeah, I'm so good at this. You see where I started? It didn't do that well, but I saw this British fella, Stocko Gloss. I don't think he does this anymore. Middle of last year, he started up again out of the blue, and I think did like 1 or 2 farm sim episodes, and then, God, I did not want to fall off, because I cannot jump back up, can I? Oh, I can. But yeah, he was doing farm sim, I guess 15. And well, that looks like a pretty cool game, man. You get to drive all that stuff all over the place, and it doesn't look that hard. And so I started doing farm sim videos. And right off the bat, because probably it was, and still is, granted, a very niche market, I got about the same views I was getting on the Minecraft videos. And I'll be honest with you, it takes a lot less thinking and a lot less talent to make farm sim videos than it does to make Minecraft videos. Yeah, terrible, isn't it? And to all of you that are great fans of farm sim, as I am, obviously I have thousands of hours in it, but that's the truth of it. You know, most of the time you're driving a vehicle in straight lines back and forth on a rectangular field. Most of the time. That's why I like maps like this. But like my friend Steve said to me in a comment, you know, maybe one of the reasons you're not getting good views on this map, the Pacific Inlet one, is because you just did 100 episodes in the Kootenays. And it was pretty much the same thing. Knock down a forest, build a field, make a working farm, throw a little production in, and he's absolutely right. Of course it was the same thing. But that's farm sim. Farm sim is the same thing. And it's been pretty much the same thing since 2008, I believe. Yeah. You know, it's gotten better. They've added a ton of things to it, mostly because the modders outsmarted them and they had no choice but to add it. I mean, can you imagine if they were still not having forestry? Come on. And we know where that came from. You know, seasons? Well, yeah. But you understand what I'm saying. It is the same thing. Even production is simply delivering products, just as you will from your farm to the nearest sales point. But, you know, okay, instead of taking your grain, your barley, and your corn to one place to sell them, now you take your grain to the whiskey factory, and you take your barley to the beer factory, and you take your corn to the, I don't know, whatever the heck they make, corn syrup factory, and, you know what I mean? And take a different product and sell that. But that's the same, whether you're producing beer or Persian carpets in this game. You drop off a certain number of items, you pick up a certain number of items and sell them for a profit. So that's just sort of the nature of farm sim. You know, it is the act of repeating processes over and over. And like I said, I've been doing that for, and this is no exaggeration, thousands of hours. And that's just what I've put up in video content. You know, there's many hundred more hours put in between videos to try and make some of that content interesting. You know, if it's going to take more than an episode to do a certain thing in a certain place, well, I'm not going to make 2 episodes out of it unless it's a pretty interesting thing that I'm doing. So here's where we get to it. I'm going to be reducing my farm simulator videos. They're going to, at least till I try and get some balance here, be relegated to the same sort of thing as, like, for instance, Black Mesa. You know, where I'll come up on a weekend and do an extra long episode. You know, or maybe both days of the weekend come up and do extra long episodes. And that'll allow me to take games like Valheim and not be 100 episodes behind where everybody else is with it, and so my views end up dropping dramatically. But you do something different pretty much every episode. You know, the survival crafting games, do you know why I like those so much and why I feature them so much on my channel? Because even though, sure, we all know a stick and a rock make a pickaxe, the acquisition of those items are just different enough to make them interesting. And whereas, well, other than small vegetable gardens and large marijuana farms, I've never really been a farmer. I like it. I understand a lot about it because of my experience, you know, working for one of the biggest plant nutrient companies in the world and the training that they gave me. But, oh yeah, you ladies are really going to help my talking here, aren't you? Should have known better. Hang around a bunch of hens. But, so, farming isn't something that I can go, oh yeah, I've done this, so I'm, you know, I have that interest in it. I have an interest in it because, for one thing, I am concerned with the whole from field to table thing in my own life. But survival crafting games, well, I've actually done that in real life. Now, not made stone pitchforks and pickaxes and shovels and, you know, but I mean, been in survival situations. You know, I've hunted squirrels to eat because that's all I've had to eat. You know what I mean? So, I can appreciate them. You know, and when a game like Valheim throws a story on top of it, and a rather interesting one. I mean, the Norse lore is some pretty cool and twisted stuff. And there's a lot of it in there, you know. But there's lots of those games that die off because, like, I'm on my channel, because in all honesty, I don't get to dedicate a daily upload to them. You know, and I probably should, because the people that are doing well with those games, that's what they're doing. You know, I'm aware of that. I'm aware of how many games I never finish. And it's the same thing. And as I've explained many times, if I make a 40-minute farm sim video, or any video, you know, and I make 2 videos a day, that's 80 minutes of just recording video. Minimum. That's if you didn't stop in between and go, okay, I'll be back as soon as I, you know, drive halfway across the map and get to the store. So there's, you know, let's call it an hour and a half total. So if it takes an hour and a half to do all that recording, then it takes another 3.5 to 4 hours to get it rendered and uploaded. So you're into a 5.5, 6 hour day just to upload a couple of videos. And in exchange, YouTubers ask that you click the like button and maybe leave a comment, because interactions are what the algorithm bases how often they're going to recommend your content to people that are looking for, you know, you're doing a video on Jurassic Park and somebody wants to see a video on Jurassic Park. Do they pick yours or do they pick Johnny's? Well, that depends. Do you get a lot of interaction? No? Oh, well, Johnny does. Now, Johnny's 9 years old, and all of his friends in grade 4 all yell and scream in their microphones at him during the interaction of it, so who could stand watching it? But he'll get recommended for that video and I won't. Right? So that's what interactions play. So when YouTubers go, please hit that like button, it's because no matter how good their video tags are for search engines and all of that sort of thing, that's what it comes down to. Even if everybody hits the dislike button, they'll show that video before they'll show one that's, you know, got 6 likes, 2 dislikes, and 3 comments. Well, this guy got 15 dislikes and 30 comments. You know, they were all calling him an idiot, but he's the one who's going to get to show the new Jurassic Park video. Right? I'm not the type of person that agrees with starting your video with that. Because, you know, why should I say, hey, like my videos, share it, favorite, subscribe, do all that, if you maybe don't like what you see and you go, well, I'm not going to bother with that channel anymore. You know. No, I'd like to be fair about it. Here, watch this. If you thought it was alright or even worth your time watching, do something. You know, click something. Do something. So, yeah, not a lot of that going on. So, that's what we're going to have to do moving forward. I'm going to still try and upload a couple of videos a day, but there's no guarantee either of them are going to be farm sim. Alright, I have dedicated, like I said, literally thousands of hours of videos. You know, if you'd never been on YouTube before and you wanted to watch farm sim videos, you could spend the next year watching just mine. Yeah. So, that's where it stands. And to all of you that only watch me because of my farm sim videos, I really apologize to you guys. A lot of you have been around for a while. And farm sim will still be here. But I guess I'll only count on your views on weekends if you stay with me at all. You know, like I said, I expect my subscriptions and my views are going to drop quite radically for the next little while. So, yeah. But there it is, guys. I won't bother you any longer. This was much, much longer than it should have been as it is, you know. But, yeah. I have contemplated many times in the last month or so. Oh, come on, baby. Do I need to rub your legs? What? I've contemplated many times over the last month making that, well, I'm done with YouTube video. But, as I said, it is a part of my world, you know, and a not unimportant part of my world. I wouldn't come too close. I understand it's contagious. So I don't really want to just quit doing it. I still like video gaming. And sometimes when I'm video gaming, that thought comes to me, oh, this would be cool to share. You know? So I'm going to continue to share content. But I don't think we'll be back here. What? Really? Alright, well, I won't guarantee that. Maybe if I do, like I say, a couple of extra long weekend episodes or something, maybe I'll do one from 17 as well. But I don't think Farm Sim's just going to play a big enough content to run both. And 19 is, as I say, it's going to continue to be supported by Giants. It's going to continue to get DLCs, you know, and we got guys like Steve making maps for it, who, for some reason, seem to like my channel. And, you know, I appreciate everything he's done for me. I didn't actually have to even go to the Trello site to get my version of the map and stuff like that. He sent them to me, you know. It's that kind of interaction that so rarely happens to me in real life anymore, that's so cool when it happens here. You know, and that's probably why it's so cool. But, so yeah, I will definitely be keeping 19 going. Just not every day. Not anymore. So, I thank you for your time. For those of you that are now going to move on and away from my channel, I thank you for your support up to this point. you know. And, well, as always, to all of you, take care of each other. Nobody else is gonna. Ciao for